I think for my entire career as a martial artist, I've always felt a little bit as if I was continually out of my comfort zone. When I first studied karate, it was Shotokan karate, and I was a teenager. So that I weighed, what, I don't know, 135, 140 pounds. And I would go into the dojo, and in the dojo, most of the other people who were around the same rank, black belts and stuff, they tended to be older than me by 5 to 10 years, which means they were physically bigger, physically more muscular development, and their personalities, they were actually all more aggressive than me. I was kind of like, I love doing kata. But they'd constantly say, hey, you want a free spar? And I was always out of my element. I was always out of my comfort zone. I was always fighting people who were better than me, faster than me, weighed more than I did, basically meaner than I was. It took me years to learn how to be mean enough, really years and years. And so there I was in that sort of uncomfortable place, but I found that I kept doing that to myself. I kept putting myself into these really uncomfortable places. Now, if I put myself into one of these uncomfortable spots and it didn't really help me grow, then I just didn't bother. On the other hand, when there's something I wanted to learn that I didn't know, I was more than happy to stick myself into the middle of it and to just go for it and see where that took me, even though it was incredibly uncomfortable. I still have that experience now that I'm supposedly, a senior instructor and a person who's got a good reputation across the globe. But I go places, and talk about being out of your comfort zone, to walk into a foreign country in a room full of people that you have no idea who any of them are, and they're looking at you a little suspiciously like, yeah, show, sort of like this. Go ahead, teach me something, And you gotta just step up, and there's no safety net. I don't bring my guys with me so I can knock out the guys that I'm used to doing. I have to grab somebody, and I either have to make it work, or I have to show them how, even if it doesn't work, I'm still in the superior position, so it's gonna work. And this is not an easy thing to do. I struggle with it. I struggle with that feeling of inadequacy in almost every setting. But there are two things that I keep doing. Number one, I keep sticking myself into those uncomfortable places. I keep going for it. And number two, and most important of all, I keep learning and training. I'm Chris Thomas, and these are some reflections from the Master Class. Thanks for watching. Now, go train.